Up next, the Thunder taking on the Cavaliers. For the Thunder, the stars have aligned, performing better than last season. You can feel the energy and excitement around this club as they continue their upward trend. Cavs, Thunder, coming up next. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Cleveland. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them.
And right now for the Cavaliers, what an ideal start for them this season. I mean, it takes some teams a while to kind of come together. Not this group. They were ready right from the start.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the 3. And for the Thunder, we've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Williams. And it's Joe in at the 2. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Shams, over the last decade, the Warriors were the team. And this decade is kind of wide open. So with young teams on the horizon, the deep roster of teams and talent in the West, a lot of people are talking about Oklahoma City as the team to watch in the 2020s. What do you think?
OKC has this league at the palm of their hands and really the direction. The nucleus led by Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City, that is among the best. They have tons of picks. Kevin, I mean dozens of draft picks that they can trade to get even more talent. No organization is set up quite like the Thunder. They have to be aiming for championships down the line.
They've stayed the course, agreed wholeheartedly with you. They're going to be fun. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. 6 to shoot. Okoro kicks to Garland. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Count that one from Mobley.
And the ever-growing confidence of Mobley inside. He knows these are shots he can make consistently.
Now here's Wiggins. 8 points his last outing. Here's Okoro. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Okoro. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one, but is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have and more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander, following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And here is Garland. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. Mitchell outside. Okoro kicks to Mitchell. Here's Mobley. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Garland. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
Wow, a lot of distance on that jumper by Darius Garland. Nice.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. LeVert's checked in for Okoro. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, but I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Cavaliers leading. And Shams, like us, you travel all over the country for the NBAs. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen, I love going to L.A. because you see multiple teams coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making the best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA city?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those 3 cities have kind of stuck out to me. I enjoy them a lot.
Those are the best of the best, Kevin. You're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento one of these days. Let's go to Charlotte.
I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento once. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped a 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've been coming back.
They love their kings. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Darius Garland missing his last shot. LeVert with it. Still yet to score. And that one's good, Mitchell.
Mitchell does not let that 6'1" frame deter him from going in the paint. This guy has got so much confidence.
Thunder trailing by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Back to Joe. Beyond the arc. Dort misses. And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Garland against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Garland, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Oh, big time play!
And he nailed it. Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Thunder trailing by 7. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. But teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. Williams is out there with Jang. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Wallace in at the 2-guard. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Here's Jerome. Screen by Allen. Jerome, no good. Thunder trailing by 5. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your... like I'm talking to my teenage daughter. What is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin, I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. You always do.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
That trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. LeVert against Wallace. Takes the 3. They get it back. Allen. Can't connect from short range.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Break in the action means we can check out the best defensive teams in the league this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, the Thunder.
Well, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league, this defense has been absolutely dominant. Give the coaches a ton of credit. Players are skilled and motivated. You've got good schemes. Very tough to score against this bunch.
Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on the floor.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
Here's LeVert, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. They trail by 1. And Dean Wade gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Thunder with some changes. Dort, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Wallace. Garland is checked in for the Cavaliers. Joe with it. LeVert defending. Pass to Chang. Just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. The Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Dort's got the lead up to 2 now for the Thunder. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Garland against Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from the wing. Wade passes to Garland. Allen outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Allen's got 7 points here in this quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Zhang. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Dort misses. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Garland, no good. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Dagnall said, I look at him more like he's an artist. He can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
For your own city crew.
1 in for Oklahoma City. Wiggins comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Cleveland also making some changes. George Niang comes in for Jaron Allen. And it's Mitchell in for Karis LeVert. .139 left in the first half of the game. Now Garland. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Shams, I am so sorry our time has run out. It has been great having you here with us. We appreciate your time so much, and I hope we do it again soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Anytime. You know when I'm not on my phone, I'm here to talk to you and talk hoops with you anytime of the day.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much again. KDB, wasn't that terrific talking to Shams? He is as plugged into everything around the NBA as anyone you could hope to meet.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. The Thunder making the shot. Pass to Okoro. Pocket 6. Shoots over Caruso. Okoro shot is off. On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 19-7 run. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And here is Williams. Caruso sets the screen for Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And Williams drops them both. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now, here's Mitchell. 37 points in the win against Chicago. Fires the 3. And that one is off. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Thunder lead by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer for each squad thus far.
Brought their A games. This is what it means to try to put a team on your shoulders, Ernie.
What do you mean? I've been carrying you on this show for years.
That's not entirely true. I'd say maybe the first 2 years.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Okoro in at the three. Now Dort. After Darius Garland missing on that last three-pointer. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots the three. Mobley with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
There's a tenacity to Donovan Mitchell. Even with physical defense, this guy just finds a way to convert.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
On the clock, here's Wiggins, buries the 20-footer. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Mobley outside. Back to Mitchell. 90 seconds now into the second half. The Thunder leading by 6. Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Allen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Mobley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
And Dort gets it to go.
Boy, nice rise and fire from Lou Dort.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Here to see some of the numbers for Mobley. He's putting up about 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Now, here's Garland. Shot from free throw range. Second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. Garland's got 5 points so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 16. Over Garland. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Now, here's Mitchell, covered by Joe. Lets it go from deep. Cleveland with a fresh shot clock. And Mobley throws it down.
Boy, you get a sense of the long reach of Evan Mobley. Get to the offensive window and put the putback in. Nicely done.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Wiggins surveying the floor. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Mobley. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Okoro dishes to Garland. Back to Okoro. His three-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
Here's Williams. Isaac Okoro picking up that last basket. Garland against Gilgeous-Alexander. Banked in off the glass. He's got 18.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
.133 left in the third quarter. Mitchell outside. Pass to Allen. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Mobley. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Count that one for Dort. And now an 8-point Thunder lead.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Mitchell passes to Allen. And here's Garland for 3. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Garland's got 8.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
44 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Joe. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets it in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Hits it from three-point range.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22 points.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Cason Wallace. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jang in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Caruso. Darius Garland missing his last shot and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Okoro with it. Here's Niang. Pass to Garland. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 10 points for Darius Garland.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace outside. Zhang with a clean look, and he's on the money with his first shot today. Zhang's got his first bucket in this one. Well, the Cavaliers shooting 43% from the field. Pass to Garland. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context. What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said, this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. On defense, the Thunder Levert the pass to Garland. And Isaiah Joe picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. They set the pick. Pass to Garland. For the three, the basket good off the assist from Wade. Garland's got 10 points in just the second half. The Thunder leading by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Joe. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Garland against Gilgeous-Alexander. Niang kicks to Garland. And another three for Cleveland.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Now Caruso. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. He can't get that one to fall. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Niang. Zhang defending. Garland against Caruso. 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
That one drops. He ties it up. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Cleveland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Mobley. Allen with it. He's guarded by Williams. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Williams.
And look at how ready Allen was to fight for it. He's willing to go to battle for his team.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second-chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander against Garland. And they pick up 2.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Mitchell passes to Okoro. Now Garland to take the lead. Rebounded by Joe.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. The Thunder leading by 5. Wiggins passes to Dort. And stolen by Mobley. Wound up there for Allen. And it's Allen with the jam. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Floater, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Well, the tremendous length at the guard spot that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents is a problem for a lot of defensive players.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become a walking bucket, folks. This is now an elite NBA scorer.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Mitchell way outside, and the 3 off target.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't hit that time. Good D by Mobley. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Bounce pass from Garland. Allen finds Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on William.
When Donovan Mitchell is this close to the cup, the defender has got to feel a bit uneasy.
It's the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
One of the things about Donovan Mitchell's game that I love is he's got elite athleticism. There is speed, there's burst, and there's physical strength. This guy is very capable offensively.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 33 points.
What a moment for Gilgeous-Alexander in the clutch. Yes, sir.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And the layup is good. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 7. Mitchell outside. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
There are just certain guys that have the clutch instinct, and Donovan Mitchell, one of those.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. With the step back, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And good that time. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 37.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Five-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, we know Donovan Mitchell is explosive athletically. Put it on the deck. Go ahead, sir.
the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they foul intentionally.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
There are guys who live for these moments. Donovan Mitchell in the house.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Shoot 2.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
Mobley misses. And now we've got the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Gilgeous-Alexander.